Have you been learning English for many months, many years, but still have problems with it? Well, today I tell you how to learn English the right way. Let's get started. What's up, guys? My name is Shane, and today I tell you the secrets of how to learn English easily. English is a language just like any other language. It has grammar, it has sentences, it has vocabulary. And if you can speak your language, then you can speak English as well. But many students start learning English the wrong way. They learn grammar, but they don't understand the meaning of it. They use their language's pronunciation system when speaking English, and they translate everything from their language to English. Many students start learning English and they don't learn the basics, and this is a big problem. How can you speak English if you don't know the basics? For example, if you don't understand pronunciation, how can you communicate with native speakers? If you don't understand the meaning of basic grammar, how can you communicate with native speakers? But don't worry if you feel like learning English is hard, because today I tell you the secrets of how to learn English the right way. Let's get started. The first thing you need to learn if you want to learn English the right way is pronunciation. Not next week, not in 6 months, not in a year, but today. You need to start speaking correctly today. Because if you've been speaking English incorrectly for a long time, you will be in a bad habit. And you don't want that. You want to start speaking English correctly from the start. And that's why you need to understand English pronunciation today. Not tomorrow, not next year, but you need to start now. And learning pronunciation isn't difficult because everyone has a throat, a mouth, teeth, and a tongue. So you can say the sounds of English, but you need to practice correctly and consistently. Not just for one day, but for many weeks, many months. And then your mouth will be used to speaking English correctly. I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, but Shane, I already know the alphabet. I already understand pronunciation. Well, how do you make this sound? CH, SH, TCH, L, R. Where does your tongue go when you say CH? Where does your tongue go when you say L? If I say ch, ch, what did you hear? SH or CH? If I say what did you hear? R or L? This is what you need to understand. You need to understand it like a native speaker. And if you're interested in learning about pronunciation, I already have many videos on this channel about pronunciation, which you can check out somewhere here. And then after you learn pronunciation, you should learn connected speech. Connected speech is when native speakers speak English really fast. Sometimes we remove or sometimes we add sounds. Let me show you an example. A non-native speaker would say, "What are you doing?" But a native speaker will say, "What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?" This is why you don't understand English sometimes, because you learn from a book or at school, "What are you doing?" But when a native speaker says it to you, he will say, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And you have never heard this before. This is why you don't understand English, and this is why it's very important to practice your pronunciation and your connected speech. And the second thing you need to do is to learn vocabulary. If you don't know any vocabulary, how can you make any sentences? You can't, right? And when I say learn vocabulary, I mean really, really understand it. For example, if I say to you, "Can I have an apple and a banana?" How many things do I want? 2, 1, 0? I want 2. I want the apple. I want the banana. What about if I say, can you give me either a banana or an apple? What do I want? How many things? 0, 1, or 2? I want 1, because when we say either, it normally means one thing. And what about if I say, can I have some apples, please? How many apples do I want? 0, 1, more than 1? We don't know, because normally when we use the word some, we want more than 1, but we don't know how many. The number isn't important. So that's why it's important to really understand vocabulary, because then when native speakers are talking to you, you will understand what they are saying to you. You will know and you won't be confused because you understand vocabulary and words in English. And if you're interested in learning about some commonly confused words in English, you can check out this video right here. And the third thing you need to learn is grammar. Learning grammar is not difficult because each grammar structure has a certain meaning and a certain use. For example, present simple, we normally use that to talk about routines, habits, facts, and truths. And it can also be used to talk about the future. I recently put out a video about present simple, which you can check out right here. So if a native speaker says something to you and it's a present simple sentence, then you'll understand the meaning. You will know, is it past, is it present, is it future? You will understand the meaning. Now, look at these 3 sentences. He is nice, he is being nice, and he has been nice. What's the difference? If you don't know, then you don't understand basic grammar. But that's okay, because like I said, basic grammar is easy to learn and understand. And I have many videos on this channel already about grammar, where I ask lots of questions so you can really understand what the grammar structure you're learning means. After you have learned your pronunciation, your vocabulary, your grammar, it's time to start focusing your learning on watching and listening to native speakers. Why? Because you understand basic grammar, you understand basic vocabulary, but now you need to see how native speakers really speak to each other. You need to see the phrases that they use, the idioms that they use. And the best way to do this is just to watch and or listen to native speakers. You should write down any new phrases and idioms you hear and in what situation they were used. So for example, if you're at a hotel and there's a native speaker in front of you and he is going to check in, he will probably say, "Hi, I'd like to check in, please." So you can write down this phrase and where it happened, and then you can use it when you go to a hotel and want to check in. Then you will sound like a native speaker as well. And if you hear something that you don't understand, a new word or a new phrase, ask the native speaker what it means. Don't be shy. It's okay to not know words and phrases. I am a native speaker, and even I sometimes hear a new idiom I don't know, or a new phrase I don't know, or a new word I don't know. That is okay. And if you ask native speakers, they will be happy to help you. From my experience, from teaching many students, the students who speak English the best are the ones who ask a lot of questions and speak a lot to native speakers. So if you're not asking a lot of questions already, start asking questions. You can ask me, you can comment down below, you can contact me on Instagram, but just start asking questions if you don't understand. It's okay, there's nothing wrong with you. So in summary, the right way to learn English is number 1, pronunciation. Number 2, vocabulary. Number 3, grammar. Number 4, watch and listen to native speakers. If you follow these steps and really understand what you're learning, this will really help you on your path, on your journey to speak like a native speaker. But if you don't know the basics, you will find it hard to improve your English, and you will probably always have problems with basic things like basic pronunciation, basic phrases, basic idioms. So follow these steps and your English will improve. And that is the end of the lesson today. If you're interested in learning 3 things you should be doing every day to improve your English speaking skills, check out this video right here. And if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe right now so you don't miss any video that can help you understand English like a native speaker. And please comment down below and tell me, did this video help you? Were these tips helpful? And tell me, what do you think is the best way to learn English? And if you learned something today, please hit like and share this with your friends so they can learn the right way to learn English. And for daily quizzes and for weekly posts, videos and lessons, make sure you are following my Instagram. And I will see you in the next video. Have you been learning English? And many students don't start